Hi everyone, welcome back. It is Vickie, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. Let me find you. All right, let me know when you're on and say hello. Hi Jean. I have not prepped anything tonight. I've been out all day. But we will get there. I did get some mail. My branching out dies arrived. Now I did not buy the stamp set because I didn't want the stamp set. I only wanted the dies. So these have arrived. Hi Lisa. That's exciting. So I like them for the frames. So, and they cut out with the stitching. So we're going to be using these tonight. Layering on there. And that's about all that's really happened. Class kits went out for those that have already paid. Today is the last day to pay for the October class. So that the stuff arrives in time, because it's earlier in the month for October, because the weekend that I usually do my craft class is my birthday, and sorry, but I don't want to be doing any card classes. So we're doing it the weekend before. So they've gone out for those that have paid. The advent calendar as well, deposits were required with full payment required before the 15th of October. I've got the ladies that have committed to that. If anyone else is interested, please reach out and let me know for that. So that's my advent calendar, which is $100 plus postage to your house. You get 24 card kits. You get video instructions on how to put those card kits together. You get a pack of paper, a pack of bling, a roll of ribbon, and a pack of sentiments. So you do not need anything else for the advent calendar. For that, and then Stampin' Up is got their advent calendar at the moment, which I think is 173. I can't remember whether it's 173 or 163. And it's a 12-day advent calendar. Hi, Kerry. So that's available whilst stocks last. The raffle tickets for the retreat. So for those that are unable to attend the retreat but would still like to purchase raffle tickets, they're on sale now. They're $4 each, or no, they're $3 each and 4 for $10. So they're on sale. Let me know if you'd like any of those. And tomorrow is the last day to register for the retreat. So we've only got a couple of spots left. If you'd like to register for the retreat, payment is required to secure your spot. So we are nearly maxed out this year, which is very exciting. But registration will close tomorrow for that, so that we have time to order the product and get it here before the 25th. So lots happening at the moment. I have got ink everywhere on these. So I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. I did. I had a long weekend because I didn't have to work today. Hunter and I had a play date because it's school holidays. So that was lovely. But it meant I've been out all day and I've not prepped anything. So we are winging it tonight, which is always good to go. So I don't want to make any Christmas cards. I'm going to use Charming Day because I'm a bit over Christmas. So we're going to do some, hi Megan, cards with Charming Day. Now I am making a fancy fold card tonight because I did have a bit of time on the weekend and everyone is making this card and I wanted to have a go at it, so we're going to have a go at it. Probably not a good idea when I haven't prepped it, but I'm having a go at it. So we will see how we go. Some people, I can't remember the name of the card, but I've got some scrap there. We are using, this is Berry Burst and Pretty Peacock. So, got no sample to show you, nothing, because we are winging it. But that's all right, we will get there. So we can pop them over to the side. Now, you need a full sheet of cardstock. Thanks for sharing, Kerry. A full sheet of A4 cardstock. And we are scoring, so put the cutting blade away. We are scoring at, what did I do this at? I did this in some retired cardstock so that I could remember. Yes. We are scoring this at 1 15/16 on the long side, and then we are scoring this at 3 7/8, and then you turn it round and you do the same again. So 1 15/16 and 3 7/8, and then you cut on the short side at 5 7/8, and then this piece here we trim down into 2 pieces of 1 inch. And that way we're only scoring once, and then you have this tiny piece left over. So we don't need this piece, but we do need these 2 1 inch pieces. Okay, so let's just pop that away for a second. And we are folding in on the second score line, making sure that's lined up and burnishing that, and then folding back on the first score line. Folding in on the second score line and folding back on the first score line. And so it's like a gatefold card there. And then with these 2 strips, we're doing the opposite. So we're folding down for those and then folding back for these ones. So then it looks like that. So those 2 bits sit over there. All right. Now, because I didn't prep any of this, we need to work out what we're going to do. So for we need a piece on the back for layering. So let's do that piece first. So if we do that 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, I think. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Can we get one of them out of here? 3 3/4, look at that. And 5 3/4. Does that fit on there nicely? Could be a little bit wider, so I'm just going to make that a little bit shorter. So it's a bit more even. That's better. So then we need a white layering piece for that. So that was that. So this is 5. Do that as 5.5. By 3.5. That's a bit wider than I normally do, but that looks good on there. So that's the back bit done. Then we need these panels. So they need to have bits. So they're going to be, let's do, they're going to be 5 and, hi Sue, 5 3/4, they're going to be high, and they're going to be 1 3/4 wide. So they will fit on there. And then we need some bits across the top. So they're going to be 7/8 wide. And they're going to be, this is 4, so that's going to be like 3 7/8. So that's that piece, and 3 7/8. So you need pretty much 2 of everything. So there's that piece and that piece, and now we need another piece, 7/8. And now this piece is going to be, so this will be 1 3/4. And I feel we need 4 of them. Did anyone do anything exciting on the weekend? I felt like I got a lot done in my craft room. I designed 9 cards for the advent calendar and cut the kits for them. So that was good. Now we need some paper. So I want to use this paper. And maybe, is it then that pink paper there. So that was exciting. So flowers this way. Well, we need, this is going to be 5 and 5.5, 5 and 6. No, 5 and 5/8. And we're going to do this at 1 and 5/8. So those 2 go on there. And then this one won't matter. Went to a surprise 40th at Woodhill. Well, I went to Bodessa yesterday, so I was out that way too, Kerry, on Sunday. This is 1 and, oh no, this is 3/4. And that is going to be 1 and 5/8 as well. And we want 4 of those. We saw back burning happening, like, and real flames and everything, so it was pretty scary. And then this massive accident on the way home. So I don't know whether the person would have actually survived. It looked pretty bad. So thankfully it was on the way home and it was on the opposite side of the road, so we didn't get too caught up in it, but it was still not good to be looking at it. I'm thinking I want this piece across the top. So that is going to be there. And this piece is going to be 3/4. It's going to probably blend into that a little bit. I might... no, I'll leave it. And then we want this piece. Hi, Marie. So if you're interested in the class, Marie, for the October class, I will require payment as soon as, so I can send out the class kit, because it is earlier in the month than what it is normally, because I am not doing it on my birthday. So, oh, what Hunter did, I forgot to show everybody, was put this kit together. Because he was at me to do stuff for school holidays. And this is actually really nice. Look how cute these ladybug things are. He wanted to decorate all the envelopes, and I said, how about you wait till you've done all the cards? And there was only 3 left, so he decorated the envelope. But they're so cute. They come in it. And the flowers. So he put all these cards together. There's this one. And then this one. Super, super cute. So this is called So Much to Celebrate Kit. And I can tell you, I didn't think they were going to be very nice cards just by looking at it. But in it, they're so pretty. So this is one of those $25 kits. So really nice, affordable, good gift idea. And 10-year-old can put it together. So let's layer our pieces so that we don't get lost. Now, I've had another seal incident, so we are dealing with that until I finish this one. No, wrong one. I haven't had any for so long, and then 2 in a row I've had do this, which is very annoying, but that's all right. So yes, he got a bit bored and wanted to craft. I'm like, oh, I prefer you to put... I did, but I haven't for the last couple. I don't do it every time, Megan. I just can't be asked, really. I didn't want him crafting while I was still working and stuff, because there was going to be 101 questions. So I thought, if you put a kit together, at least then there's instructions already, and I don't have to do it, and I can continue working, which is pretty much what happened. All right, so there's that one. Thank you, Sue. I'll pop yours in the post tomorrow. I'll move that over just a bit. Oh, and it's getting very exciting. I got my Disney tickets tonight, so I've printed them out. We're trying to link the app. So that is happening. It's getting very close now. Are you going to the event on Saturday? What event? Oh, World Card Making Day? No, I'm going to Dirty Dancing. My husband is taking me to Dirty Dancing for my birthday. So I am not doing any World Card Making Day events or anything. Because I need to do a few things before we go to Dirty Dancing. Alright, so I'm just popping these on. And do this. I don't know whether we'll get another card made. I did kind of think I want to make another card, but let's stamp this so that I can stick this on the back then too. I want to stick happy birthday on the front, but is that gonna... Happy birthday is not gonna fit on there. I think I would rather go to Dirty Dancing as well. Yes. So that was a bit of a surprise. My husband just decided that we were going. I didn't think he would do that. But yes, so we're doing Dirty Dancing. I'm going to stamp in Berry Burst. I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And let's get this little floral image here. Probably should have some scratch paper underneath me, but I don't. So we're just going to stamp and then rub that off. Well, like that. There. Close that ink pad. I need to clean these before they get anything on them. I haven't got my stamp and scrub out tonight. Pop that over there. Okay, so then this can then be stuck. I'm not going to colour that floral image. It can just be an outline. And then this goes on the back of the card. Because Dirty Dancing is my all-time favouriteest movie ever. So that goes on there. Now, these get stuck on here like this. And if you've got directional paper, then obviously you want to make sure that you stick this right so that your directional paper works. But you need to stick this down and line it up. Hi, Renee. So then you can just flatten that because that is the same size as that. Do the same with this one. And this is not really directional paper, so it doesn't matter so much. Okay, make sure they're stuck down. And so then this comes down like this. How good is that? Then these panels go on that so that they cover where you've stuck them. So that it hides some of the mess. Oh, and daylight savings starts next week, ladies. So it'll be a bit later for those of you in the southern states because I am in Queensland. So I will continue to go at 8 o'clock Queensland time. So that goes like that. Then you get a piece of acetate now or window sheet or something. This is from the stamps in, like the stamp stuff you get, that I've just got lying around. So you can use that as well. I'm going to cut like a 1-inch strip of that. And that sticks behind here. So you obviously only want adhesive at the top and the bottom of that so that it sticks. And you can flatten that out. Again, because you don't want it going over your banners or anything. So have that in there like that. And then we've got this piece. Could have had a bigger piece on there, but that's all right. We're going to have this on here. And so these are from my new branching out dies that I got. I didn't get the stamp set because I wasn't interested in the stamp set. I just wanted the dies. Then we're going to stamp this flower. I'm going to stamp this in black. And let's stamp again while we're at it, because if I make a second card, that'll be good. Close that. Clean that. And then I have got some blends over here. So I've got Berry Burst, which is the cardstock, the pink cardstock. I've got Pretty Peacock, which is the green cardstock. And then I've got Pretty in Pink, which is just a bit of a lighter pink. Just for some contrast. I'm using light Pretty Peacock to colour. And we all know that I'm not very good at colouring. I don't blend. If you want to see blending, go watch Alyssa Tilsner. But she takes 3 hours to do a picture. And I don't have time for that. It looks amazing. But I do not have time or patience. For that, I colour. Like a 2-year-old. Staying in the lines where I can. That's okay. And I was going to colour beforehand, because I really struggle to colour and talk, and then there's the awkward silences. But I didn't, oh, gone out the line there. Yes, so I've been busy doing lots of stuff for the retreat, advent calendar, classes. I've got my sip and stamp next Friday night as well. No, the Friday after. It's on the 11th. No, the 10th. The card class is on the 11th. So sip and stamp is on the 10th. Have to design a card for that, or 2 cards. And it's school holidays. And there is 40 days till Disney. So, you know, not that I'm counting. So October is feeling super busy because there's nothing going to happen in November. What event is there on Saturday? It's the World Card Making Day. So Stampin' Up is encouraging people to do World Card Making Day. They have got a kit that you could purchase to participate. There's lots of demos that are putting events on for World Card Making Day. I cannot believe it is October already this week. Like, it's manic. Because on the 9th of October, I celebrate my work anniversary. I've been at my job for 19 years on the 9th of October. And then on the 23rd of October, I celebrate my stamp anniversary. Been a demonstrator for, this will be my 12th year. So October is a big month for me normally. So that's all the light Pretty Peacock, and then as detailed as I go is like follow the line that Stampin' Up has given with the dark. Like, that's as much as you kind of get from me. From a blending point of view. But the Pretty in Pink, I am going to go the lighter ones. Now, I try not to, with the lighter pens, I try to still kind of stay in the lines and not go over the black ink too much so that you don't get black ink on your actual pens. Like, it doesn't transfer. Which can happen sometimes. Especially if you don't let it dry too much beforehand. So that was a light Pretty in Pink. Where's a light Berry Burst? I got something in the mail that there's like nine weeks till Christmas or something, or 9 weeks till we start opening advent calendars and stuff. I'm like, what? And I know once Hunter goes back to school, he's got 5 weeks of school, and then we're in Disney. So, no, this year is just disappearing. And my life right now is, does this need to happen before Disney or after Disney? So somebody will say something, and I'm like, is that required right now, or is that an after Disney thing? Because I just can't keep up. Plus there's another celebration in October. Oh yeah, plus my birthday. But I'm only 43 this year, so you know, it's not a special birthday. Not special. But October is a big month for me. And I have a lot of family birthdays in October too. My mother-in-law, my uncle, my aunt. So currently I'm the same age as my sister, because we are, I think, what they call Irish twins. So she turned 43 a couple of weeks ago on the 18th of September. And then she turned 42. So we're both 42. And then I turned 43 on the 17th of September, 17th of October. So we are the same age for a month. And when she was younger, she always used to say, well, I'm older than you now because I'm taller than you, because I'm like the shortest one in my family, even though I'm the eldest. But that's okay. Height is not everything. All right, so then we've got the dark one here, which we can go again, do some lines if you wish. Because I've done it in the black ink, you've got the detail anyway, and this is as shaded as I get. If you want to see some colouring, spectacular colouring, go see Alyssa Tilsner. She is amazing. All right, so then there is some dies here as well that we can cut out. That is the same here. What is the same here? Irish twins. I've missed something maybe. Okay, line this up. Whoops. Use a post-it note if you don't want it to move. And then, ta-da! How nice is that? So we'll cut out this other one whilst we're here so that I can put the die cutter away. I do like my little mini die cutter. It is great for doing videos and it takes up less space, but not all the dies and embossing folders fit in it, but it certainly, I make sure to test it to its limits, making sure they do fit. So there's lots of other dies in here as well. I'm only using that die at this point. Now, I do think, pop that over there if I make a second card. Can't wait to see you again. That's not going to fit on there, is it? It's going to be tight. What's this? Hey, you made my day. Probably not a good thing when you, maybe thanks for being you. When you're giving it to somebody for their birthday. You made my day. It's not about you. It's about them. Okay, thanks. And we'll do this in the pink as well, Berry Burst. Stamp up the top. Oh, I buggered that up. We'll turn it over. Don't rock your stamp, Vickie. Stitching's not going to be as good on this side, but there is 2 sides to a piece of cardstock. Just stitching doesn't look as great, but it still does come through. Looks better than that goober, I can tell you. Okay, so then this goes on here. You can stamp that. I'll stick that just down the middle there. And then we'll get some dimensionals. Not dimensionals, they're gems, which we'll need them anyway. Oh, I used a whole heap of my inserts, like the outsides of my things. Now, when you stick this on, this is going to hang over, but you want, so you only want adhesive in the middle bits. Used all the edge pieces of my dimensionals when I was making all my kits and classes. So, whoa. And I just dropped that and it is full of dimensional backings. Where's Janice tonight? I haven't seen Janice. There we go. So I think this is called like a gatefold bay window card. Oh, I don't know what it's called. I found it. Everyone's making it and everyone's making Christmas cards with it. And I'm like, I'm a bit over Christmas cards. We're not doing Christmas, but I wanted to make it. So we made it with Charming Day instead. I want to use these old ones because look how big, look how old these are with the green packaging, but I found them when I cleaned up. So we're going to use 5. I can't even be bothered using those. Got to kind of cut them now because these come off in one strip. Well, that one's just come off singly. But I've got some sitting here that I haven't used either. And then we went to the plain packaging like that. Well, first off, we went to plain packaging here. And then now we're at this big. I'm like, why can't they go back to that? Because this is massive. And then the pearls we used to do like that too. Anyway, so that is that card. Do we want another card? Do you think I can whip another card up in 15 minutes? Seeing as I've not prepped anything? I feel a bit bad only doing one card. But how cool is that? It's a nice little card, isn't it? And it fits in a normal envelope. And then you just do it on the back. Happy birthday. I love it. I do love a good fun fold. Could decorate the back too if you wanted. Should we do that? I feel the back probably needs, but what else, what other colours are we going to get in there? Yeah, I'm not going to do the inside. Oh, because this green would clash. This sure do. You want another card, right? Okay. Well, the other card we'll make with this paper because I like this one. We could stick 2 strips down there, but that in the green. I think I want a layer in there. That's looking a bit plain and boring now. And maybe do that. Is that big enough? Is that big enough to fit in there? Oh, with that layering it will. We'll make it work. Oh, there's 2 bits here. Let's do that instead of cutting that big piece. I'm trying to be conservative with my papers because I don't have much of this paper left because I made those cash envelopes with it. Right, let's fix this up and fix the inside of it because I think it's a half empty card now that I've seen it. This is why you should practice before you start. There and oh, that's good. Right, and that will then be and it's not the right way for that paper, but it's the inside of the card, so we're going to deal with it because I'm a tight ass and you won't notice it too much. Now, what did I do that card? That's 5 7/8 or 5 1/2, right? And did we make that 4? I think we'll just make that there. And then that, look at that. Whoops. Just trim that bum off there a bit so that joins up properly. And I'm just sitting here talking to myself, which is the whole point of the Facebook Live, really. But probably easier to decorate this before you actually stick all your other bits on, because then you can see what you're doing a bit more. But anyway, I told you we're winging it tonight. Hunter is still whinging about his finger. It's still actually quite bruised, but I'm not sure what they'll do about it. Just tell him to rest it. So all right, this is looking a bit better, isn't it? A bit more finished card. It only looked like half a job. Half job Harry. So these pieces will be the same as the front pieces. There, look at that. That looks better, doesn't it? So you need 4 of those lots, whatever those measurements were. That's what I've just done there. Ta-da! That's better. It's finished now. Right, I've got this wayward gem that's just fallen off. And let's make a card then with Pretty Peacock. We'll do the opposite, do you think? Pretty Peacock and I like this blue, but anyway. Looks better. It's a finished card now, isn't it? Let's chop this in half this way. And then score in half this way because I only want one card like this. Do we want the pink or do we just want the white maybe? I think maybe just white. Too much pink. I think I cut a white piece before, but cut another piece. Who can have too much white? I actually, what I did earlier this afternoon when I got home was, what did I do? Went through my cardstock and refilled my cardstock because my little stash of my cardstock cupboard was getting quite a bit full. And I'm like, oh, but now it's like 3/4 empty because I actually filled my cardstock. Oh, that's not even in the thing. Cardstock little folders up. Might leave that for the inside of the card, maybe. Megan gonna be so happy with me that I'm decorating the inside too. Look at that. That's a big piece for the inside, but waste not, want not. Did I cut that right? Too busy talking. Nope, cut that right. This is just going to be a quick one. So that goes on that. I do like this paper. Now, what are we going to stamp on the inside of this? This one we might, what were the sentiments? Maybe we'll stick "Can't wait to see you" again on the inside. We'll stamp this time in Pretty Peacock. Let's hope we don't rock it and give me a halo, because we don't want that. That's better. I really need to read. This ink pad seems to be really hard. It's not really squishy for whatever reason. I need that for the front. I don't know. Most of the foam ones are like squishy and you can stick it in, whereas this, like even if I get this "Happy Birthday" and I'm really, like I don't, it's quite hard. Where, oh Christ. Oh, I need a scrap piece. Well, let's not rock that. Let's clean that off. Try again. This is why you just tap, 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 tap. That's better. Close that ink pad. Now, let's trim this. That's crap. So rubbish. Trim that. And we can trim that off and throw that because that's rubbish. Right. So then this, I feel this is really wide. Maybe oh, the wrong paper, the wrong way. I might have to just make this skinny mini. And we'll keep that for another day. I do like this blue as well. I've not made a card with this blue. Don't know what blue it is. I'm thinking it's midnight. Oh, that's not even the length of the thing. Let's move that up just a little bit. I'm going to have to trim that down, so it's going to be thing. I forgot that this was an insert piece because that's annoying me, which means I'll have to trim that off just a 15th over this side so that we've got the same border. Looks like Misty Moonlight. That's what I think it is too. I was going to say that, but you beat me to it, Megan. I don't think it's dark enough to be Night of Navy. Let me look on the back of the paper. I love blue cards. Misty, no, not, it does say Night of Navy on here. But I think it says Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. I think Night of Navy might be a bit dark with it though. But anyway, we will get there. Where did I stick those other things? God. Did you see where I put them? Here, this and that. Let's lay them. We're not stamping on this one at this time, so we can get the stitching the right way up. I do like these branching out dies, and you don't have to buy the bundle. I've only bought the dies. I think this needs to be a little bit smaller. Because I think the stamps are very American. Why have I got so much ink on this trimmer? And I don't believe we need... I need those stamps. So, well, what would we know? I know, right? So I've just bought the dies. Because you don't have to buy the bundle every time. You buy the bundle, it does save you 10%, but it's not a saving if you're not going to use the bloody thing. And I can tell you, I do not know what I was going to use the bundle for. The stamp. So I didn't buy it. Now, I feel like I want to pop this up, but then I'll pop the flower up, so it might be a bit poppy, but that's okay. I don't know whether there's any ribbon that goes with this suite, but I haven't used any ribbon on these cards. Megan will be happy. I'll stick 6 on here. Get this back over here. How about some ribbon or twine? I can. Secret minds. Yes. I feel like I may need to. What is there ribbon that goes with this suite? I feel like I don't have it. If I do. What have we got? That feels like it's crooked. I've got bubble bath ribbon. Do you think pink ribbon? I'm thinking pink might be nice. I don't think it's... Oh, I've got pretty in pink. No, I'm going to go this pink. Not the pretty in pink that I coloured. I'm standing on the seal. I don't know whether this ribbon's still current. It came with blue and yellow. I don't think it is current, but it is bubble bath. It is Stampin' Up! Ribbon. It is probably just not current. Why is my flower in the rubbish pile? I spent a lot of time on that. I feel like this needs to be thinner. But I'm a bit too... Oh, I don't know whether I want to. It comes with Pentel Pink braided trim. What? This crap. This is the ribbon that I said I'd never use. That can't possibly go with this. Where's the Pentel Pink on the cards? I fussy cut the birthday. I'm not very good at fussy cutting. I can't use that. That's going to ruin this card. This is the most ugliest ribbon I've ever seen in my life. I only got it because I couldn't be asked putting in the sweet things individually. No, I got it because it was buy one sweet, get one sweet free. So that's why I put this in. This is shit ribbon. I haven't even opened the bloody thing. I can't use that. That's going to ruin my card. That shit is not going on my card. Sorry. But we will use this pretty pink stuff. It does go with that DSP. Yeah, no. Not putting it on my card. Not a chance. If anyone wants this ribbon, go for it. It's not going on my card. It's freaking hideous. I hate it. And after all this time and effort of me colouring those flowers, I'm not sticking that on there. Charming Shiver Faceted Dots. Do I have that? Probably. I must. What do they look like? Probably these things. All right. No, they're low profile because they've got pink shit in them. What are they called? Charming Shimmer. I haven't used these things yet. Charming Shimmer. These ones maybe. These look good. That's them. Look. They got the blue on there. And the pink. Oh, they're pretty. They got the light pink and the dark pink. Oh, they're nice. Let's use them. That ribbon, hideous. These, not so bad. Let's finish the card first, Vickie. Let's use blue. Okay. I feel like this needs to go over here a little bit. Have I got sticky there? And here's the ribbon scissors. Da-da. Oh, stick that so it's the nice side showing. I think I need some more sticky there. Now that's probably too big because I've moved it. There we go, that's better. Now, dots, dimensionals. Make sure you've got some on the card plus on the ribbon to, you know, doubly hold it. You don't want them all on the ribbon though, because then the thing's not stuck. Right. And just because you've got 10,000 dimensionals on there doesn't mean you have to unstick them all. That's what I learnt in that scrapbooking retreat. That'll be enough to stick it on there. Oh, now, look, that ribbon looks so much better than this shit. Seriously. I don't know who'll approve that ribbon from Stampin' Up. It's bloody awful. Anyways, that's my opinion. Some people might like it, but I don't. Not having a bar of it. Okay, blue dots. You want blue on here. Where did my take my pick tool go? There. How pretty are these? We've got little ones too. There's 10,000 of these dots. I like them. Let's stick some pink ones in the middle. Because I've got... Oh, these are nice. There's 210 of them. Look, there's so many. Sorry, silly me did something and I lost sound. Oh, that's all right. I'm just bitching about how awful that ribbon is. You probably didn't need to hear it anyway. All right, two very different cards. Very pretty cards. Thanks for being you. And then you turn it over. Oh, get that goober off there. Oh man, I've just worked so hard on that card. And get a goober on there. So there's that. This is quite a heavy card, but that's okay because you've got the double layering on there. And then this one was very simple. And Megan, happy I did the inside. Happy birthday. Can't wait to see you again soon. Okay, so thank you very much, ladies. If you are interested in the October class, payment needs to be made today so that I can get class kits out in time for you because it is earlier than normal in October. And I've got my advent calendars. If you want raffle tickets and not coming to the retreat, you can purchase them now as well. And what else are we doing? Oh, if you are interested in coming to the retreat, we are closing registration for that tomorrow because on the end of the month. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next week. I am live next Monday, but it is daylight savings. So I will still be live at 8 o'clock Queensland time because we don't have daylight savings, which means for those southern states, it will be 9 o'clock, which means I will probably not see some of you because it will be a bit late, but I then usually get some of the Americans more live because it has them and guys can watch the replay. But I am live next Monday and it is public holiday next Monday. I will try and remember to be live, but it will be daylight savings anyway. So I'll remember to do that. So hopefully everyone enjoyed that, saw a new card. You can rewatch it. I will upload the Facebook Live to YouTube so you can get the measurements of that first card in the beginning. But it probably won't happen until next weekend because, you know, I work full time. So I can only do that stuff on weekends. But I will see you all next week. Have a lovely week. Bye.